Welcome back to Turntable Guy. On the bench today we have a turntable that may not make it. So this patient has been brought in, and basically the owner said he was ready to throw it in the dumpster. It does not run, and it's making a noise. And I guess this one's been in storage for a very, very, very long time. And when you put a belt drive turntable in the closet or whatever for 30 years, it's probably a good guarantee that the belt's going to turn into mush. And when it does turn into mush, it's going to make a mess. And that's what's happened here. We have no belt. But worse, we have a seized motor. And I've already told the owner that there's no guarantees on this one. I will do my best to revive it. But, again, no guarantees. This is a Marantz. It's a 6025. It's a belt drive. I believe it's a semi-automatic. And I've already done one of these. So if you look into my main page, you can search in Marantz 6025 and there'll be a full and complete service on one of these. But this one is going to be, well, we're going to try to revive it. So I don't know how far or how deep I'm going to get into the service of it at this point. As far as, oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? I just lifted, he had this upside down, and there we go. There's a chunk of belt right there. And it's really disgusting when you don't even want to touch it. It's just so gooey. That's what happens to your belt. It starts to decay. It usually turns red, and then it looks like it grows warts. It's really quite gross. So I'm sure there's more of it in there. Yeah, so why don't we start? Why don't we have a look at this Marantz? I'm not going to plug it in if the motor's seized. We're just going to give it a quick overview here, and we'll devise a strategy of attack. Okay. Well, the spin, oh, there goes the auto return. That's good. It's good when you see things moving, right? Okay, so the auto return's going. The spindle's making a horrible sound, but it is spinning. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the belt. And this is interesting, this discoloration here. I wonder if it's sitting over the motor. I wonder if this motor blew up. You see this discoloration? That would be right here. And I don't know if there's any more discoloration. I don't see any discoloration in the plinth here, but there's some definite discoloration there. It's oily. So yeah, that's thoroughly gross. So this is going to have to be cleaned. We're not going to clean anything yet. We're not going to do anything until we figure out exactly what's happened here. Here's more remnants of the belt. And, oh, wow. Yeah, the motor's seized. I cannot turn it. Sorry, just giving it the smell test here. And what do we got for a cartridge? Oh, an old Empire. These are great carts, eh? This is a 4000 XL1. Nice. Oh, with the original Empire stylus? Not sure. I thought they said Empire on the front. This one doesn't. Huh. I like Empires. They're definitely interesting looking. And let's take off the counterweight as well. I am gonna, before I start taking this thing apart, I'm just gonna remove all this belt gunk, and I'm gonna pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I removed 99% of it. Oh, no, maybe not. 98%. There's still a chunk over here that's stuck to the plinth. I'm gonna have to use some solvent to get that off. It just won't move. Okay, we're gonna flip this over. All right, we'll take these off together here. Gives me a chance just to answer a question I get quite a bit in the comments and explain my reasoning for it. I do get questions about people wanting their turntable serviced. They would like to ship in the turntable and have me look at it for them. And at this point, I'm sorry, I cannot do that. I cannot accept shipped in turntables. There is too much risk to your turntable through shipping that I'm not willing to accept. I don't trust the shipping companies with something as delicate as a turntable, and that is the main reason. Plus, right now shipping costs are rather exorbitant, so it's going to cost people probably $100 to get it here, and you know, it's just not going to be worth it for you by the time I look at it, do my service, and then have to ship it back. And I don't want to be responsible for my shipping it back. So at this point, I'm sorry, I cannot take in shipped turntables, and you're just going to have to search out for a. Oh, I just found my Nagaoka cover. That's good. You're just going to have to search out a quality serviceman in your area, or watch the videos. Not just mine. There's plenty of excellent people out there who make videos. Check it out. See if your turntable's on there, and follow the instructions. It's not rocket science. It's simple mechanics. So anyway, that's it for today on the soapbox. Here we go. We're removing the bottom. Okay, more discoloration in this motor area here. There's not a lot to this turntable. This is an 80s plastic piece. It's not a particularly high quality turntable, even though it's, quote unquote a Marantz. Marantz did not manufacture their own turntables. The stuff from the 70s was manufactured by CEC, who also made Hitachi, Yamaha, to name a few. Yes, they were made to Marantz's specifications, but you're going to pay for that name, right? Just like their receivers, you're going to pay for the name and the pretty looks, right? So, but this one, there's just absolutely nothing special about it. This is a pretty, plasticky 80s kind of junky thing. But I'm going to say this right now, it's probably still 100% better than what you can buy today. Look at that. I just released a video on a project, and that thing was seriously a piece of junk. So I would rather have this than a brand new project. But anyway, let's have a look at this motor. Let's zoom in a little bit, see what the hell's going on. Hopefully it's just some frozen grease on a what is this? Is what I'm not understanding. I think this is overheated, because the plastic is melted everywhere around here, which is kind of scary. And why would they use those kind of clips to support the motor? That's not even an E-clip. What a pain in the ass. These are those really annoying, and they're plastic posts as well. These are a nightmare to get off, because when you're trying to remove them, you end up breaking the plastic post. Oh, the motor casing just cracked. I think this motor it's burned. Wow, look at this. I did not put any pressure on this. I touched it and it just broke. Oh, wow. I think what's happened here is the motor has overheated from lack of lubrication, and it's blown up. Plain and simple. It's overheated and blown up. Well, I still want to see, and I'm sure everybody else is curious to see as well. I'm going to take off the bottom. This is the bottom bearing cap. Let's take that off, see what's going on here. This is a Fujiya motor. I think that's a date code, 86/29th, maybe the 29th week of 1986. All right, let's see if this comes off. I do not want to force anything at this point. Oh, I see. Phew. Yeah, that stinks really bad. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I can just remove the bearing cap here. Will it come through? No, it's not going to come through. We're going to have to lift this. And this is the problem. Getting these off. There you go. Post broke. That's what's going to happen. All these posts are going to break. Wow. This is sad. I think this is going to be one that we cannot save. Every one of these stupid clips is going to break that a plastic post. Oh, there goes the other one. It went flying across the room, but I found it. See, every one is broken. They're all going to break. Broken. And we might as well break the last one, because we broke them all so far. So sad. I'm just going to break the post. No use screwing around. Maybe there's a way to repair this somehow. There's some more belt for you. Ugh. Okay. This is a poor excuse for a design. Boo. Whoever made this, boo on you, and boo for using these things. These are the worst. They destroy the post. Boo. Boo on you, Marantz. Even though you never made the turntable. Built to 80s, cheap specifications, right? I'm going to take this if it comes off. Of course, it did come off. Oh my god. There's some more belt crap around there, so that's bad. There's your top bearing cap. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Bearings destroyed. So this motor's junk. There's your bearing right there. It should be in there. It's seized or, like I said, burned. I don't know if this can be removed or not. Even if it can. Wow. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So this motor. Oh, there's the top bearing as well. So they totally seized. You can see. Here you go. That's the bushing. That's the top bushing. There's the bottom bushing. And this is what happens when a motor never sees any lubrication. So it overheated. And it died. Can I fix this? Well, I would have to get, there's a magnet. I would have to get these two bushings off, for one thing. They've come out of where they belong. I could try to press them back in. Oh, what the hell, let's give it a try. Let's, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on them and just let it sit. What kind of oil absolutely doesn't matter at this point. This is just for fun, right, at this point. The thing is that you really can't put any kind of stress on these parts. Like, it's not like you can put, you know, some pliers on there and loosen it. It's just, you're going to destroy it, right? So both bearing bushings came out of their respective areas due to lack of lubrication. Here's our bottom one. More belt. So this motor just overheated and blew up. There's the inner, if you can see that, the inner side of the, this will have a felt lining, and what you do is you fill that up with oil, and that felt keeps the bushing lubricated and keeps the motor spinning. Well, you can see there's corrosion and stuff. I'm just curious as if we can get this motor spinning again. My guess is no. Oh, that's lovely. Oh my God, look at that. I got the top one out. That's funny. I got it out. There's our top bushing. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's try our bottom one. Ooh, bottom one. Come on, baby. That's hilarious. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be moving, or is it? I can't tell. I feel it turning a little bit, like very little. I'm thinking what I could probably do is if, I mean, this is all corroded and burned as well, eh? You just wonder, the shaft just does not look nice. But, I mean, maybe we could recondition it with some alcohol and just some rubbing. I don't know, polish it maybe with something. I'm going to keep working at this. I'm going to try some WD-40 and some other kind of penetrants. Get it in there and see if I can get that bottom bushing off. And we'll keep playing with this destroyed motor. Look what I got. I got the second one. And I also pinched my finger with pliers. I had to use some pliers on the outside of the bushing to get it off. That hurts really, really bad. Anyway, yeah, so I got it off, but I may have moved this shaft a little bit. Can't tell. Oh, that's where we're at. So what am I going to do with? I'm going to just put this over there. Oh, is that the bushing? Yeah, the bushing. Look at this. It did take a little damage, eh? Yeah. Well, like I said, this is not. This is basically for fun at this point, because this shaft looks pretty nasty at the bottom there. I'm going to try a little bit, and I'm talking the gentlest polishing sandpaper I have, like a 2000 grit. I'm just going to rub it there, and I'm going to rub it where this was not bad here, but this one's really bad. And I'm just going to clean these a little bit and see how clean I get it. I mean, this is just an exercise in seeing if we can actually get it to spin. Whether or not it spins, you know, in a position where it actually can sound quiet and work correctly, I don't know if that's going to happen. So let me polish these parts, and I'm going to clean the inside of those bushings a little bit, and I'll be back. So I am currently cleaning out where the bushing sits. This is where the felt is, and there's it's kind of almost like clips that hold the little bushing in, and they are filled with like corrosion, and they're burned. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to clean these a little bit, clean this one as well. This one's not as bad. The top one's not as bad. I might leave this one alone and just go with lubrication in this one. But the bottom one is obviously where the lubricant completely failed, and this is where it started. This is where the disaster started, right here. So I'm just going to keep cleaning this. I'm using alcohol. I'm not using WD-40 because I'm thinking that the bushing's not going to stay in here. I mean, it might, but I'm thinking it's going to want to come out, which is okay. I mean, once the motor's together, it should stay. But I was thinking of putting just a dab of glue there to keep it. I'm not sure yet. That's my thought on it. I have put that little broken piece of bushing back on with just a little crazy glue. I know it's not going to stay, but what the hell, right? I mean, we'll see if it works. Like I said, this is just an exercise and curiosity at this point. So let's continue cleaning this, and then we'll try and put this motor back together. Be right back. The cleaning continues. I just want to show you what's in this bottom bearing cap. So this is just a Q-tip soaked in alcohol. And I've just been cleaning it and cleaning it and cleaning it, and look at this. All right, so it's really bad. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we can get it spinning again. But there's chunks of corrosion, and yeah. Keep plugging away. Okay, I think I'm ready to restore this. I'm going to put a dab of just the lightest little oil here for now. And let's see if this goes back on. Yeah, it does. That's good. And it's spinning. Okay. That is a good sign. All right. So we're going to put our little bushing back in the bearing cap. See that okay? Let me put some oil in there first. It's not being very... We'll use this. We'll use this 3-in-1 electric. I just before drops and it's pretty much soaked into the sides. Let's try this again. I need more powerful glasses because I cannot see. I apologize if my head gets in the way. Shouldn't, but it's fighting me. I guess I'm not going to need any glue. Come on. Little bugger. There has been some damage in here. Obviously from it coming out. One of the little clips is being a bastard. This is not going to be easy. What I really should do is take this apart. Get this out, put it in. Okay, I'm going to pause and have a closer look at this. It is very difficult to get these little bushings back in where they belong. There are these little springy like retaining clips, right? And when you push down on them, there's a good chance you're going to bend them down, and they hold the bearing in the perfect spot, or the bushing, right? So yeah, it's not easy. I'm going to say that right now, because it seems like as soon as you get a couple sides in, the third side wants to pull forward and stop it from going in. I mean, you really need to take this apart, which I'm trying not to do. I really don't want to have to do that. Oh, maybe I got it in there with a flip. Yeah, I think I got this one in. Yeah, this one's in. Okay. Top one's in. Bottom one's a little bit more of a pain in the butt. So, I'll keep working on that. I'll be right back. Okay, the bottom one's kind of in. It's the best I'm going to say. It's not ideal, but it's in. Actually, I had to remove those clips, and that may be a problem. It is spinning. It's, I don't know how it's going to work, I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, I think it's suffered a little too much damage. I mean, we've got a cracked bushing, which is mostly my doing, but I mean, all right. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to clean off this disgusting pulley. And I'm going to soak it just a little bit in WD-40 to get this belt residue off. And then we'll get it put back in the motor, and then we'll see what we're going to do about these mounts. The pulley is actually corroded. We're going to have to do sandpaper on this while the motor, if the motor is spinning. So I can't do anything else to it. I've tried alcohol and WD-40 to remove it, but it's actually the belt's off now, but underneath there's actual corrosion. So that is going to have to wait till we get the motor back in and see if this sucker actually works. So I'm just going to take the screw down and wonder what the hell we're going to do about this. I mean, one option is just to put the clips back on these remaining posts, right? And forget about the washer. That's one option, even though it may sit at a different height than it did before. And that's probably what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put these down like this. There's nothing else I can do. Now, I could drill out all these posts and put in, from the top, put in some bolts. That's an option. But, you know, this is a turntable that's, you can't spend that much money on this thing. That's what it comes down to. And I don't think it's worth spending that much money on, considering it's basically, a plastic job. If it was a Pioneer, PL 570 or something of that caliber, then yeah, it's worth spending some money on, right? But I'm just curious if this thing's going to spin. What a horrible, horrible design. That's all I'm going to say. Terrible. Cheap plastic and then these big, ugly metal clips. Yuck. I am not pleased with that. Okay, I'm not going to do anything else at this point. I'm just going to put the base on. Remove any destroyed plastic. I'm just going to flip it over. Oh, what did I forget? Oh, did I put you on backwards? No, why are you acting like that? I think I did put this on the wrong way. Okay, these clips aren't on very strong. I just remove them with my fingernail. Wow. Well, these things are hard like a rock too. Oh, they're burned. I give up. This turntable's done. Okay. that ain't gonna work. Look at this. These totally broke because they're no longer rubber. Oh, they're breaking. Oh, they're hardened as well. All the mounts are hardened. Okay, well, this was an effort, you know, in complete futility. I'm going to release this video because, you know, I'm sure you're going to... Look at that. Just disintegrating. Everything's hard like a rock from overheating. Is anybody curious? I'm throwing all this away. This turntable's going in the garbage. Look at this. This isn't a matter of, you know, being gentle or anything like that. It's just a matter of this was destroyed. Heat destroyed this. Look at the heat damage in here. And the heat damage was evident in the platter. So, all that's going in the garbage. Could you buy new mounts? Sure, you could buy 4 brand new mounts, right? Drill out these areas here, put 4 new posts, buy the mounts. But I think the question everybody wants to know is, does this motor spin? I'm going to plug it in. Hopefully nothing catches on fire. All right, here we go. Nope. You're hearing that? Motor's dead. Game over. Good night. I was giving the turntable my blessing here. Yeah, it's all over. Good night, Marantz. Thanks for your service. One dead turntable. If anybody wants to say a few words, you can say a few words in the comments. This one is unfortunately going to the dump. The electronics dump, here we come. Well, guys, I thought that was, you know, I was wondering if I was going to release this video or not, just because there's no resolution. I'm going to release it. I thought it was fun to see, you know, what happens when you don't lubricate your motor. This is a lesson in maintenance. Throw a couple drops of oil on your motors. Not only that top bearing, right? If you have an AC motor like this, take this bearing cap off, get a couple drops into that lower bearing. That's where you can't lubricate. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.